Genesis chapter 16. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go, sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her." Agreed to what Sarai said. So after Abram had been living in Canaan 10 years, Sarai, his wife, took her Egyptian slave Hagar and gave her to her husband to be his wife. He slept with Hagar and she conceived. When she knew she was pregnant, she began to despise her mistress. Then Sarai said to Abram, "You are responsible for the wrong I am suffering. I put my slave in your arms, and now that she knows she is pregnant, she despises me. May the Lord judge between you and me. Your slave is in your hands," Abram said. "Do with her whatever you think best." Then Sarai mistreated Hagar, so she fled from her. The angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring in the desert. It was the spring that is beside the road to Shur. And he said, "Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going?" "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai," she answered. Then the angel of the Lord told her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her." The angel added, "I will increase your descendants so much that they will be too numerous to count." The angel of the Lord also said to her, "You are now pregnant and you will give birth to a son. You shall name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard of your misery. He will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility toward all his brothers." She gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her, "You are the God who sees me." For she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." That is why the well was called Bir Lahai Roy. It is still there between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram gave the name Ishmael to the son she had born. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore him Ishmael. This is Genesis chapter 16, the word of the Lord. So the story is about Hagar being um, um, the mother of Ishmael, the son of Abram, and we can see here that the angel of the Lord appeared to um, Hagar when she fled from Sarai, her master, during that time. So the Lord promised to the angel of the Lord promised to um, Hagar that her offspring, the son that she is conceiving, will be a numerous and too much to count. And in fact, there are other declarations here and prophecy that was given. Um, it says here, the angel of the Lord also told her, "You are now pregnant, and you will give birth to a son. Shall name he will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility toward all his brothers." So perhaps this declaration became true because for we all know that Ishmael is the descendant of all Arabs. Um, now, for we all know that um, they're different from the rest of the nations because um, they have different religion and they're so dedicated on that religion that they are believing. And most of the the um, terrorism that happened all over the world were being done by people came from Arabs. So that's why I believe this became true that his hand will be against everyone. So this for me means his hand will be against everyone. It's like hurting everyone, and everyone's hand will be against him. So same as um, with the first phrase, the hands of everyone will be against him as well. So we all know that they're being when you see Arab people, anywhere, we sometimes mistreated them, like uh, we blame them for whatever happened all over the world, and when in fact it was just done by um, some people, not all of them, right? But we can see here that the word of the Lord is really alive, and whenever the Lord says something, it will really come to pass. And we learn a lesson also here about Sarai's decision when she gave um, when she gave um Hagar to Abraham as his wife. It was a sign of um, unbelief. Like God already promised Abraham that he's going to give him a son, a descendant, an offspring. But they looked at the situation, their physical situation, their situation. So because of that, they've made a decision of their own. So without God's approval, they've made a decision to let Abram slept with Hagar. So of course that decision conceived, and that's what happened. So in our life right now, sometimes we are in a situation wherein we have no other choice. We think this is the only solution, without us consulting the Lord if our solution is His ways, if He will agree with what we are going to do. We've experienced that so many times, and we always end up that that decision made the situation worse. But the good thing about the Lord is that He can redeem us from whatever mistakes we've done. He can twist things and do things for our good. So that's the best thing about the Lord. When you realize that you made a mistake, you come to Him. You know, He will make sure that He's going to use that decision for us to learn something and for us to really put our faith to Him. And moving forward, we'll make sure that we will be able to use that um, experience for us to really not make mistakes again in the future. So we always need to consult the Lord and give Him everything, whatever our decision is. Give Him and let the Lord decide. Wait for Him, and we will be in all good hands. Thank you for listening to this video, and that's all I can share. God bless.